Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk a little about presentation, how you present yourself, and some do's and don'ts as it relates to hygiene, and yeah, pretty much just let me see if I can give some hacks. I don't know a lot. Let's just see. Welcome back, and if it's your first time coming, thanks for viewing, and I hope this video actually helps or teaches you something or something you can pass on to somebody else. And if you're coming back again, that don't make no sense. If you're a subscriber and you're coming back to watch a video, thank you for your time. Thanks. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, everybody. Let's see if we can reach at least one person. Okay, let's get into it. Now, firstly, guys, if you're going on an interview, and I think it goes without saying, do not wear sandals. Even if a Chinese shop you go, do not wear sandals. Do not wear sandals. Also, do not wear a tank top. I don't need to see this. Nobody needs to see this. And they don't need to see your armpits. If you're going to somewhere that does not require to dress formal, just dress a little formal. It doesn't matter. If you have to wear a t-shirt and jeans, if that's kind of thing, wear t-shirt and jeans. Don't wear tank top and jeans. If you're wearing jeans, don't wear jeans that you can see your butt crack. I understand that maybe out there in the world, going for an interview or going for a job test or whatever it is, you might feel like, oh, you need to impress the boss, or you need to get the man's attention, or get the woman's attention, or however it works. But do not, it's 100% no. Don't wear a tank top. Don't wear, I don't need to see your armpits. Don't wear sandals. Don't wear low-rise jeans like you're going to the mall or you're going to the grocery store. Or you don't even wear low-rise jeans going to the grocery store. But you get what I'm saying. Don't. It's a don't. It doesn't look good and it doesn't look appropriate. Now, I know most of you women are into makeup. Now, I'm a hater because I wish I had that makeup talent. I can't do makeup for nothing. All I have to do is just wash my face, because I can't do it. When I do it, people's like, what wrong with it? Oh yeah. So I don't do it. But if you want to put on some makeup, if you're not good at it, wash your face and go. Some lip gloss, that's it. Don't be putting on this makeup and make your face look brown, your neck look gray, and the rest of you look dark, or vice versa. Don't. I understand you might want to make a good impression. Don't do it. Just go as natural as you can. Don't put on this whole makeup. You're talking and it cracking off your face or your eyebrows, or touch your hair up here. So, and it's not necessary, guys. A person, unless you're a makeup artist, nobody will be hiring you for your makeup skills. And if you're a makeup artist and you do your thing like that, you definitely won't be getting the job. Don't do it. That being said, if you're good at makeup and you want to make your face up, fine, I envy you. But you don't need to go that extra mile if you're not good at it. And if you're still in the learning stage, the practicing stage, it's not necessary. Now, let's talk about your clothes. Now, I had an encounter recently. The young lady came to me. Now, I have a lot of boobs. So therefore, if I am going somewhere where it requires me to be professional, they're all covered up. You will not see me going somewhere and my boobs are hanging out for some reason, or you'll probably see something like this, and I throw this on case in point because I wanted to use it as an example. You will not see my boobs. You will just have to know based on that they're there. You cannot come to an interview and I am looking down in your cleavage or whatever it's called, that it's not appropriate. And I understand that some people can't help or whatever how big your breast is or how they're shaped or formed or whatever, but you can cover it up. It's not necessary. Now, I understand most people probably don't agree with me, but that is how I feel. This is basically what I think. I'm not speaking for the world. I'm not speaking for other females. No. You come, you're not dressed appropriately, and you're chewing a gum. Now, I chew gum, but if I'm going in an interview, I won't be back and forth with a chewing gum. It does not look good and it's not appropriate. What's a sweep? Another gum, you can't put it down, throw it away, and get another one when the interview is done. I guarantee if you get the job, the gum will taste sweeter. You don't need to be slacking gum on an interview. If you wanted to just pep, you can pep, and as soon as you're going in, you just wrap it in a piece of napkin, drop it in a bag, drop it in the garbage, and go. You don't need to be slacking gum. No, you're told, all right, come, bring this, bring that, bring this. And you're going to wait until the day of the interview, the moment of the interview, to say, oh, I couldn't find this. I never had the time to take a picture. I didn't have the funds to take a picture. I didn't have this, I didn't have that. Come on, reach out to your potential employer if it is that financially you cannot afford, or I don't know what the case is, or you just never feel like you don't want to go through that struggle if you can take a picture. And you say, all right, I'm unable to take a picture, but I can bring it in at a later date. You don't wait until you come then and say, oh, but somebody get to take this, I'm never. Come on. That sounds like excuses. No, if I am looking for somebody to work for me, thankfully I wasn't, guys, I'm not. I do not want to hear excuses on your almost first day. It doesn't sit well with me. Sounds like we're going to have a relationship of excuses for time to come. So you make an effort. And as I say, if maybe financially or where you're at, it just wasn't possible, reach out. Emails, phone calls, text messages, WhatsApp messages, I don't know, pidgin, something. But reach out and let it be known that I am unable to bring the required documents, but I can provide them at a later date. Yep, maybe you don't even need to give them a reason. I personally would not say, oh, because I don't have the money right now, or oh, because my auntie, cousin, granny did have it, or I just need to tell you, all right, I am unable to provide them. I'll bring them at a later date. It might not sit well with some persons, but I think that's common courtesy. Now, you come to an interview and you're going to say, I cannot wait for the interview to finish. I have to leave. Now, tell me. No, I understand. I'm a mother of two. I understand you might have things that come up, and if it comes up like that, that's fine. But before you enter the interview, or before the interview has begun, you're going to say, how long is this going to take? Because I am not able. Red flag. Miss, if I was the person who was looking at an employee, you would have not gotten the job. That's a red flag. That's a that's a red, green, gold, every color flag. Because that means when you're on my job, you won't have time to do it. And that's the long and short of it. If you have to leave, I don't know. I think I would probably, don't tell you that I have to leave. Go on, work with the interview. And then if I see something, then I try to work it in. I say, oh, something come up and I have to leave. But you tell me from before, like you're saying, hey, me not have all day, so here what you want, tell me what you want and whatever, and you're on the clock. And I'm supposed to hire you, I'm supposed to pay you after this to come and tell me these things? No. And I think these are things that employees or employers need to look out for when hiring somebody. Like, no, you're making yourself unhireable, unemployable. Something. You don't make yourself look good, and you don't inspire confidence right there. You understand what I'm saying? Now you coming into an interview and you're sweaty. I understand sweating is a natural thing. But you come in you're sweating, your clothes have armpit stains because you're either nervous or you're just naturally sweating or you're hot or whatever the case is. Come on, guys. I understand that these things you can't prevent, but you can try and do. You're going to an interview and you know you're a heavy sweater and you know that. Walk with an extra shirt, wear a t-shirt, and when you reach near to the building, you put it on. You put on your shirt. And these are things you have to think, just like how you walk with your extra flat slippers and when you reach, you change and you put on your heels. It's the same thing. I'm sure no say easier for the shirt stuck in your bag than it is for your shoes stuck in there. But it doesn't look good for you to come into my office. I'm just using myself as an example, guys. I'm not hiring. And say, oh, you're sweaty and you know water dripping off of you, and this is why sometimes you will go to an interview and the employer will have you wait in the lobby, because then she say you come in tired and they must say, no man, make sure cool down for half an hour before I call her. And you feel like them are waste of time. But sometimes they're really just saying, sometimes, first of all, when you go for an interview, most of the time the person who's interviewing you see you from your walk through the door. So your interview has started from your reach upon the compound of the building. You don't go and you wait until you walk through the door before you get your act together. From you leave home and you reach where you go, or better yet, before you even reach home, you're getting at the frame of mind. I'm getting this job today. And you start your interview there. You go into an interview and your phone blowing up, and that is not even the worst thing. It's okay if your phone blow up because, as I say, I'm a mother of two. My phone is never off. And I had this issue when I used to work. My phone is never off. They're always saying to me, oh, you need to turn off your phone. Oh, you need to... No. My phone is always on because I'm always going to be available for my kids. Once somebody call me, if somebody call and they're like, oh, what going on? I'm busy. I'll call you back. But I'm going to be waiting for that call, or I'm going to make sure my line is open. So if my kids want me for any reason, I am there and I am that person. And I think that's why I just didn't do well working for people, because my phone is never off. So I'm not going to say to you, turn off your phone, but put it on vibrate or silent. Come on. And you're going to come into an interview or go into an interview and your phone goes off and all me I hear is 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10. No, come on. I know I like that song and I like that artist. It's not a problem. But I don't need to know that you like that artist. And I don't need to know if you're 10 out of 10. These things are instant red flags. No, I don't want to make this video super long and boring. So I'm not going to go into 100 things or just rant on all day. But I am telling you guys, tip number 1, wear closed-toed shoes. Wear closed-toed shoes. That's tip number 1. Do not walk into an interview or a job potential or however, because it's not everybody keep interviews. Sometimes they just say, come by today and let's work with me today and let's see how it goes. Do not show up in a slippers or a sandals. I understand that you have some wedges and some stuff that are peep-toed, or don't wear it that day. Wait till Friday. Wait till you get to work. Something. Secondly, do not go into an interview chewing gum or chewing anything unless they give you something to eat. Which has, I don't know if that will happen. But don't go slanging gum. It doesn't look good. Third, do not go into an interview and tell the people them need to hurry up because you have something to go do or you have somewhere to go. I would think it's in your best interest to reschedule that interview if it is that day is not good for you. No, we're all humans. And if you call me for an interview and you give me a date and I already have something scheduled for that day, if it's dire and I can't cancel that, then, you know, it should be okay to say, that day is not good for me. Can I get another day? Or, you know, I mean, some of these places, I understand that they'll just, oh, all right, and then just nobody call you back. But We need to change that as a nation also, because people do have lives. Yes, we want work, but we do have lives. Now, fourth, do not go into an interview sweaty, water dripping off your face. If you have to go into the people in bathroom and use them napkin, or if them have a napkin, you use tissue, or if you did walk with some tissue, or if you did walk with something. No, I'm going to say tissue, but I'm going to back that up. Don't go into an interview with tissue particles on your face. So look in a mirror. There has to be a mirror in the bathroom somewhere, or something, or just before you go in and you see somebody say, how is my face? Just something. Just don't go in there, water dripping off your face, water, you're sweating, you're perspiring from everywhere. Try walk with an extra shirt, try walk with a little jacket, a little something to cover it up. You understand what I'm saying? Do not go into an interview, and this is fifth and final. Do not go into an interview and your phone tell me say you are 10 out of 10. I don't need to know that. Put your phone on vibrate, put your phone on silent. Interviews don't normally last very long. It can go on silent for a minute, it can go on silent, it can go on vibrate, it can go on turn off sound, whatever the case is. I don't need to know that you're 10 out of 10. Okay? Now, attire yourself appropriately. You don't need to use the whole of the cologne. Oh, and 6, makeup. You don't need to draw on a face for an interview. Save that for when you're going out or when you're at home and you're practicing. If you're good at makeup, and I'm just saying disclaimer because some people, if them not draw on the face, fine. Hats off to the people who cannot live without makeup. But you have to be able to do it good, properly. You can't put on the green eyeshadow with the blue lipstick and the this and the that and come into an interview and it's not done properly. Now, I've seen people with blue lipstick and I'm envious. I'm like, I want to wear that. But me know say if me put that on, somebody go and direct me to the zoo. So I don't even try it. Okay? Now, you have to think about these things. You are looking for a job. You're trying your best to get a job. You have to bring something to the table. Don't get into the interview and say, oh, but me never did carry this. I didn't remember this. It will happen. You'll forget something out of nervousness or out of rush. You'll forget something. But if you forget something, you inform the persons in a timely manner and in a professional manner. Oh, I remember. Come on, guys. The employment rate for young people is declining. I have a non-profit organization that I try to help young people in any way I can. And it's not just young people, I try to help everybody, right? Look down below, you'll see Pay It Forward Jamaica. But yes, so what I do is I had this young man who has never worked before, and he was hoping to get a job. Fair enough. There was this place I had in mind, so I said, you know what, instead of sending him, I will just go and check if they're hiring. And I spoke to the manager, and when I said to her, he is a decent young man, I've known him for years, and I watched him grow up to an extent, and you know, but he just has not had a job experience. He has not worked. He just don't have that one experience that you can put on the resume to say, yes, he worked there. He does not have that. And you know what the lady said to me, and I cannot argue with her. She said, I don't think they're going to take him. She said, give me the resume. Fine. But I really don't think they're going to take him, because every experience that we've had with these young people just coming out of school, or even some that have come out of school but just haven't worked, it has not been pleasant. They are always late. They're very disrespectful to the staff as well as persons who come into the business. They are very disrespectful. They tend to threaten you, or they threaten, you know, they go off on you for little or nothing. They tend to walk off the job a lot. Say, for instance, they're having a bad day. Like when I used to work, because thankfully I got out of that. When I used to work, I used to have bad days. I used to have some little fryers as supervisor, and they are like at me, telling me, oh, you need to do this and oh, you need to do that. And they're persons who literally don't know what they're talking about. Like I'm literally saying, but that's not how it's done. And they're at you, oh, you're supposed to do this. And you know, they're bossing, they're using their strength to say, all right, this is what you're supposed to do. And many days, and if persons who know me can tell you, many days I would want to like slap somebody in the face or punch somebody in the face. Because I'm like, I'm not a child. Don't address me like this. Don't talk to me like this. Don't, you know, but I have to hold it because, you know, at the end of the day, I'm at my job. And for persons who know me will know that some days I really end up don't holding it or not holding it. Because I'll be like, oh, this is it. I am not going to do it this way because it cannot be done this way. But I am always respectful. In my opinion, maybe they think the fact that I said something is not respectful, but I'm always respectful because I try not to give away my right. Now, back to the story. She said to me, they'll be having a bad day at work. Something happened maybe with a customer or somebody who come into the business, or maybe an employee or a fellow co-worker, and they'll just walk off. Now, we can't have persons walking off of the job. We can't have persons threatening our customers or, you know. And I'm like, whoa. Like, but this happens? And she's like, yes. And this is why we don't take persons unless they have experience, because unless somebody can vouch for you to say, yes, this person worked here and they do have work ethic, we're not taking you. We are not going to be the ones who left hole in the bag after you walk off after 2 days or a week or whatever. And I remember saying to a colleague of mine, I was like, this is not good. This is not good. We are not doing enough. And as young people, when you don't have a pot to piss in, and I'm just using that term to tell you how bad it is, you don't have the luxury of walking off a job. You don't have the luxury of going to work and threatening somebody. Yes, that person pissed you off, and yes, you probably think of many words that you want to say, some colorful words that you would tell them. But you don't do that because you're building yourself. You're building a brand. You're building yourself up to be in a better position. So if you walk off every job every 2 weeks, you're making yourself unemployable. Because business owners do talk. They might not particularly like each other, but they do talk. And after a while, you will be known for your behavior, especially if you're in a part, say for instance, you're a baker. So you'll always be looking in the field of bakery, or, you understand? And I'm just using baker because I don't know, that came to mind. Maybe I need to eat something baked. But guys, I know this video is very long and it might be boring, so I'm gonna cut it here. But listen, market yourself properly. Okay? Go out, give 100%. If you don't end up getting that job, let it not be said that you weren't a decent interviewee, or just a decent person in general. Just don't let it be said. Represent yourself how you want people to see you. So if you want somebody to see you as a professional and hire you in them business as a professional, when you work for somebody, you represent them. If they're not there and somebody come to the business, they're going to see you. You're a representation of the business. You cannot walk in at the people in place and want to tell them the colors of the rainbow and those stuff. Like, come on, guys. Think about it. And let's just try and improve on these things. I am not saying this to put down anybody, because I know some people who are professional interviewees. I hope I got that right. When they're going for an interview, I'm telling you, I need some, you know, like you'll really be like, girl, is that you? Like, believe me. So you have persons who do it and do it right. But you have persons who I'm assuming do not know. And this is why I'm saying, guys, share my video. Let's hope it can reach at least one person. Maybe I wasn't as sensitive as I should be to say, guys, you know, but I've always believed in tough love. And my kids will tell you, my husband will tell you, my sister will tell you, my friends will tell you. When I am telling you something, I'm not coming to rub you down and say, but honey, You know, you should have worn. May I say, yeah, idiot? Where you going in slippers? That don't make no sense. Come on, use your head. I am that person. So therefore, I understand if it might come off like I'm criticizing or that. I'm not criticizing. I'm just trying to get you to know, represent yourself. Represent yourself in the manner you want to be seen. Okay? Have a nice day. Thanks for coming. And you will see my next video coming up soon because I have a story time for you guys.